Welcome everyone. Today I would like to present you basic information about multi-domain VPN service. In next couple of minutes, I would like to tell you about how MDVPN can be used for our community and what has to be done in order to participate in this service. Basically, what is MDVPN? It's a joint service provided by Géant and Nguyen, and in fact, we considering it as a service means that it means that we are cooperating as Nguyen and Géant in order to provide a very flexible portfolio of transmission services for the end users. MDVPN uses or shares the same cooperation model as we currently using for traditional IP traffic exchange, and it allows us to use existing network resources more efficiently. Basically, MDVPN creates a baseline transport infrastructure over which bundle of data transmission services can be built. So it is a kind of umbrella for point-to-point and multi-point transmission services. It covers multi-domain networking because services can be spanned over several domains. So it is, in one hand, we have cooperation model, and in the other hand, we have transport infrastructure. MDVPN is based on well-known technology because we are using right now MPLS transmission and BGP protocol for signaling. So currently it is available in most boxes which can be found in Géant and Nguyen networks. So we don't have to invest, we don't have to purchase any additional equipment in order to participate in MDVPN service. So only small piece of configuration is required in order to join MDVPN service area. The design of MDVPN provides high scalability because we are using hierarchical architecture. Additionally, we splitted signaling for transport path and services in two areas. Thanks to that, the total number of provisioned VPNs has no impact on Géant and Nguyen core networks. So as you can imagine, we can serve hundreds or thousands of service instances having the same scalable infrastructure, and in fact we don't need to upgrade memories of our core routers, or we don't have to put additional resources except of bandwidth, of course. VPNs, particular instances of VPNs are multiplexed in the core network, so the provisioning in case of MDVPN is only done on PE routers, so on the border of the network, and thanks to that, the operational costs for Géant and Nguyen networks are significantly reduced, and at the same time we are able to reduce the lead time required to introduce each service instance. MDVPN is service which delivers some added value for our end users, because currently still we are in the VPN environment, so this is logically separated infrastructure for our users. So thanks to MDVPN, each end user can request or can get dedicated virtual network in order to exchange data between different sites. So because the network is somehow logically separated, there is no firewall need, or there is no strong need for firewalling the traffic exchange between sites. So we have additional value because we are able to decrease a bit transmission delay, because if you know, there is no deep packet inspection performed by firewall. So we're decreasing a bit transmission delay, and thanks to that we are able to connect high performance computing centers or resources which are sensitive for transmission delay. Currently, we are using a term Safe Inter-University Research and Education Network, SIREN, for our end users, because in fact they are getting better infrastructure to exchange traffic, which is logically separated from internet. So there is no need that some virus or spam will go into the VPN service, and thanks to that, the participants of VPN service can be more open and focused on reliable and efficient traffic exchange rather than on security issues, which can be found in public internet. I mentioned before that MDVPN has hierarchical architecture. So on top of our hierarchy is, of course, Géant network, which provides data transport over MPLS between NRENs. So as you probably know, Géant is, I would say, magic glue which connects us together in common infrastructure. And thanks to MPLS technology, the data paths provisioned and provided by Géant are transparent. So there is the service and traffic type is independent from the data path taken in Géant network. And additionally, it is very well scalable, because it scales to thousands of service instances crossing Géant network without any negative impact on performance of Géant network. So additional role of Géant network is, of course, maintain service signaling exchange. Currently, the MDVPN service design assumes that VPN route reflector, which will be used for signaling particular service instances for our end users, will be located in Géant network. Currently, in pilot version, temporarily this is implemented in PSNC, in Pioneer. However, there is no problem to move it smoothly to Géant when the technical staff will be ready to take responsibility for that part of MDVPN system. And in case of NREN, what is the main role of NREN? The NREN connects end users directly. When the end user will be connected, then NREN initiates service provisioning. So all technical details needed to provision service are collected and introduced to the network by local NREN. And then local NREN as well supports end users. So this is the first line of contact. There is no need that the end user will contact directly with Géant staff, because if you imagine 100 or even thousands of service instances, then the Géant NOC has to be very powerful organization. We splitted that into NRENs, so we hope that this will increase the efficiency of serving our end users. So as you can see on the diagram, we have single infrastructure supporting different service types, and we have Géant network, which is able to transmit the different kind of services and different service types transparently without any impact on performance or resource usage on Géant network infrastructure. What are the most important Layer 2 VPN service instances available under MDVPN umbrella? So we are able to deliver multi-point VPNs, which connect several sites located in different domains, so located in different WAN networks. And they will appear as they are located in the same location. We can provide layer 2 or layer 3 VPN services. So you can imagine that you can have users connected to virtual switch or virtual router. Multipoint L3 VPN or layer 2 VPN is service well known and used very often by commercial providers. However, our MDVPN service allows us to extend the scope of the service to multiple domains. Usually, if we're talking about L3 VPN or Layer 2 VPN available in commercial networks, they are usually limited to the single network operator, and that's the main limitation of that kind of services. So now I would like to give you basic ideas how the MDVPN can be used in order to provide services for our end users. So first of all, you can imagine that all scientific projects based on international collaboration like LHC1 network or ITER or confined projects, so that this big science can use easily resources available under MDVPN cloud. LHC1 is L3VPN multi-domain service, so the natural way of delivering this service is, of course, MDVPN, so that's not a problem to build such kind of services using MDVPN. Additionally, we are able to deliver very quickly point-to-point connections. For instance, if there is a need to perform some demonstration or quickly set up a point-to-point path between two sites in order to exchange some data, then the MDVPN service is also perfectly fine because the provisioning is only done on PE routers on two ends, and the signaling is service provisioning thanks to signaling is done automatically. Next use case is, of course, distributed infrastructure. So we thinking about delay-sensitive traffic services like cloud providers or HPC centers, because we don't have to use firewalls, and the data paths are usually very good optimized thanks to traffic engineering used in each domain. So we are able to provide better latency between sites. So grids and HPC centers, of course, can use the MDVPN services. So different kinds of scientific infrastructure like telescope or sensor network can use MDVPN service. Next, MDVPN is very flexible, so you can think that it allows to virtualize some resources and be used as transport service for high-level network services, like, for instance, SDN or BOD. So you can imagine that there is a kind of big research project or big lab distributed across Europe, and they want to establish or provision dynamically point-to-point circuits, but they would like to build their own infrastructure. So, for instance, they can use tools available currently for bandwidth-on-demand service. So, for instance, they can use Autobahn or Oscar system, and on top of MDVPN, they can build and provision point-to-point circuits dynamically, because the provisioning is only performed on the edge of the network. So there is no need to get access to core network, and thanks to that, we can virtualize the resources. Next use case is of course education and art, because as I said before, the network is logically separated, so this is VPN. So the access to multimedia content is limited to VPN members. So there is no need to that the sensitive content will leak outside the VPN. They can share the multimedia traffic in safe way between different sites. Next use case, of course, are universities and labs, because if the scope of the service covers almost entire Europe, then and there is international collaboration within a particular project, then adding new site to the VPN network is just provisioning another endpoint, and the signaling will be handled by well-defined protocols. For the universities and labs, we think that we can deliver safe infrastructure. We called it SIREN. It means this is safe inter-university research education network, because each VPN service could be treated as individual resource, individual network, which is safe and which can provide efficient data exchange between multiple sites. So it's perfect for international collaboration and connecting labs or project sites. Where we are currently, MDVPN is under deployment phase. So we are piloting this service in Géant network and in REN. So right now, as you can see, green NRENs are already connected to MDVPN, and in this NREN, you are able right now to request some multi-domain VPN services, and then it will be available for end users in just very short time. There are also blue marked NRENs, which are right now under preparation phase. So they will be connected really soon to MDVPN, because they are interested in that. And there are also two NRENs which right now are somehow involved in preparation and definition of multi-domain VPN service, but right now are not connected to MDVPN. So we also plan to add MDVPN service to Géant portfolio at the end of the Gen 3 Plus project. This is the example of pilot infrastructure. As you can see here, there are multiple NRENs which are currently connected. There are green ones, and soon there are NRENs which will be connected in the close future. The yellow bullets means that this is the examples of sci-fi project sites connected already through MDVPN service. So as you can see, we have a few sites connected right now, and few sites which will be connected quite soon. So it's as you can see, the service is still evolving. And to summarize my short presentation, I would like to give you an overview of a few reasons why it is good to deploy MDVPN. So first of all, it covers wide scope of end user needs. So we can deliver point-to-point or multi-point services. Depending on end user needs, we can deliver a layer 2 or layer 3 networking. As opposite to bandwidth on demand, for instance, we are able to deliver long-term infrastructure or short-term links. So basically, BOD is focused on short-term links, I mean delivered on demand. MDVPN can handle both cases. So as I told you before, higher level services like bandwidth on demand can make use of MDVPN. Next reason is that we can deliver end-to-end services which are country-wide, European-wide, or worldwide, because this is the same infrastructure. There is no need to modify anything in order to deliver services having different scope. The lead time to provision the VPN service is very short because it only requires some provisioning on the edge of the network, so on PE routers, and usually it will be performed by interested sites. So if, for instance, there is need to provision circuit between Pioneer and Renate, so only administrators from Pioneer and Renate will have to talk together, agree some service specific details, and the service will be provisioned automatically. The service is also very flexible because having these options available of layer 3 or layer 2 networking, point-to-point or multi-point architectures, we can fit end user needs. Additionally, it seems that we will be able to deliver the service almost to the desk, because currently there are available small CE/PE devices which can be directly put on the desk and provide direct access to the service portfolio of MDVPN. This is, in my opinion, original service because it's offered jointly by Géant and Nuance. It's not provided by commercial telecoms, and it paves the new way of cooperation between Géant and Nuance, because it just extends currently and well-known model of operation for IP networking, and it extends it with ability to deliver new services. So as you can see from the previous slides, it's the deployment scale of that kind of service is never seen before, because right now we can say it covers almost entire Europe, and it is also interoperable with other services like VOD or network virtualization services. So concluding my short presentation, MDVPN is a seamless infrastructure which will be used to deliver VPN services to the end users. It is very useful for science and education. It allows better integration of European R&D community, which is very important. It is based on stable and scalable technology used by telecommunication networks. It provides set of very useful services for science, education, and art. So as you can see, there are a lot of use cases for that service, and provides added value for our end users. And what is also important, it allows us to reduce operational costs for NRENs and Dante because of ease of provisioning, and reducing maintenance overhead, because if once an MDVPN once it is deployed, it requires just normal maintenance operation. There is no need for extra tasks. So all tasks related to operational aspects are similar to IP world, so there is no extra maintenance required for that kind of service. So if you are interested and would like to get some more information, more detailed information about MDVPN service, you can go to the Géant site and check the MDVPN service architecture, which is Géant Plus deliverable. You can also see some technical architecture presentation from second Terna Network Architect workshop. And additionally, you can go and see what is the Sci-Fi project, which right now uses the MDVPN infrastructure, and see how it fits to your individual needs. Okay, so thank you very much. If you have any question, please let me know.
Thanks very much, Tomek. It's an interesting talk, and as Tomek has invited you, if anyone has any questions at all, now's your chance. You can type into the chat window on the right-hand side. And while you're thinking of your questions, I'll take the opportunity to mention that we have plenty of free slots for these showcases. So if you have an idea for a showcase, if you have an idea or a service, or there's something that you want to spread more widely to the world, then please do let us know. I'll put some information up in a second. But I see there are no questions, nobody's typing, so I'm going to take from that there aren't any. And Xavier has raised his hand, and Brian is typing. Thanks, Brian. So just wait for Xavier to finish typing.
Okay, so it seems Xavier is saying that some research requires some level of confidentiality. As I said before, we introduced after we defined the MDVPN service architecture, we also started to use siren term, which is related to safe infrastructure for inter-university or inter-lab networking. So it provides this logical separation from other traffic, from other VPNs, from internet. So it provides this extended level of confidentiality because the traffic is logically separated from other traffic available in the network.
Thanks for that clarification, Tomek. So yeah, if I can see a couple of people that are typing. Xavier is now following up. But while he's doing that, again, I'd like to thank you, Tomek, for giving your time, and for everyone here who's attended this showcase for giving your time to watch this, and to announce that this will be put up on the YouTube channel, on the Géant TV YouTube channel. So feel free to spread that around as widely as you feel necessary. And there's one more question coming.
Okay, Xavier asked me to give an example of virtual resource that can be set up thanks to VPN. So basically, I can imagine the remote lab, for instance, if you have some routers or and measurement equipment, and you have a project related to control plane definitions, so you can basically connect all those separated resources to the virtual network infrastructure, and then start to perform your works on individual, on control plane, for instance, protocols, defining new protocols, or measuring some performance of control plane mechanism. So that's one of the example. However, you can define multiple use cases because we are giving, thanks to transparency of this service, you can transmit your own traffic, so you can play with different network level protocols. Because if you will request for a layer 2 VPN, you can connect multiple sites using layer 2 technology, but you can of course define your own layer 3 protocols, so it's perfect for networking research. Additionally, you can of course connect not networking research sites, but you can connect in one hand HPC center, in the other hand you can connect some storage center, exchange data between storage and computing centers. So that's one of the use case. Brian was asking about possibility of VPLS. Of course, if we talking about multi-point layer 2 VPN, I mean VPLS, because this is the way how the layer 2 VPN can be provisioned and delivered in very efficient way. So you emulating, in fact, layer 2 switch for set of end user sites. So thanks to that, you can connect your resources using layer 2 networking.
Okay, great. So we've about reached our time limit. So I'm going to, for the last time, say thanks again to Tomek, and thank you all for coming, and thanks for your interesting questions and interactions. If you have any further questions, you can visit the links that are on the screen, and I'm sure you'll find contacts and more information at those places. Yeah, thanks very much, and hopefully, please, if you have any ideas for a Géant showcase, please get your requests in, and we'll schedule you in as soon as we can. Thanks again.
Thank you.